Hello, welcome to my video about Cron. What is Cron and why do you need it? Cron basically is, all it does is it runs a script at a predetermined schedule. So since PHP scripts are basically just web pages that you visit, and once you've visited that web page, the script runs, that's what Cron is useful for. If you have a, let's say you have a form that collects information, somewhere through it, either in that form or in a parsing form afterwards, is the script that writes to the database. You do not need to have a form in order to have a script. In fact, a lot of the scripts that I use aren't even attached to a form in any way, manner, shape, or form, because they do other things. For example, I have to get the latitude and longitude of addresses of 1.6 million or 1.16 million records over the course of, what I'm allowed to get them. For example, Google has a geocoding service that allows me to geocode 15,000 records a day, and I have to geocode 1.1 million records, so that's going to take, at 15,000 a day, it's going to take about 3 months to get that done if I do 600 an hour for the course of 24 hours a day. So I would have two choices, and that would be to sit there and run that script once an hour, every hour for 24 hours, or have it automated. And what I've chosen to do is to have it automated. You can have you can run Cron directly off of your server, and if you can set that up, that's great. What I have done is I am using a web-based Cron. It's a paid service. It's $25 a year with a 15-day free trial period, and it's called web-based Cron. It is the most reliable that I'm aware of, and I'm using it on 3 different Cron jobs. One for a customer who has paid for me to has paid for the whole thing, plus I get 5 extras that I use on my own, and I use my updating script on this Cron job right here. So I'm going to show you the RSS feed that they give you, and it's an RSS feed that shows you what Cron jobs you have currently operating, the last time it ran, number of times it's ever failed, maximum number of failures allowed before you reset it, and the name, etc. And then you just go to the web-based Cron, and you can put in a new job. I'm going to show you real quickly what that entails. You just give it a name. You can call it my Cron job or whatever. Then you enter the URL. This is where you want the page to run. So in other words, if you have a script that's at my domain / myscript.php, that's what you would put in here, and then you would set the interval that you want. It's automatically set to every minute, every hour, every day, every month, every weekday. You can have it set to run just on Mondays every hour, or you can have it any day, or you can have it any month, or you can have it a particular day. So if you wanted to send out a birthday card, you would just select one of the minutes on this. You would select the hour you would want it to go, and let's say the birthday was on the 10th of March. You would select the 10th of March, and then you would hit let's see if this is probably irrelevant. Yeah, you would just leave that to every weekday. And then at 2:01 a.m. on the 10th of March, it would send your birthday card. And until you change that, it would do that every single year. You would save that, but I'm not going to save a new one. I would open these Cron jobs and show you, but basically to modify a Cron job, it looks exactly like this with the things filled out. The only difference is you would see my URL, and you could just go in there and just hammer the crap out of my URL, and that would be a problem for me. So anyway, let me show you the I'm going to show you the script real quick that I use, and how this is useful to me. Basically what this does is it goes into my database, and I have a geostatus of 3. Let's see, I don't want that particular. I want Yeah, this one here. Okay, yeah, I need to be near the top. I have a geostatus of 0, and that's all across the whole 1 million something records. So what it does is it takes 600, limit of 600, and it changes that status to a status 3, which is what is my pending status. And then what it does after it's done that is it goes to the Google geocoder and it runs 600 records that are status 3, and it attempts to geocode those. If it successfully geocodes a record, it changes the status of the geocoded record. Let me go to the update script here, wherever that's at, to mdgeo equals 1. That means it's geocoded and it's done. Then, after it does that, it searches through to find anything that's still a status 3 and has not been geocoded. And whatever's in a status 3, it just takes those records left over, if there are any, and changes that to a status 4. Right here. Yeah, change that to status 4. So now I have no status 3s. I have 600 less status 0s and 600 more status 1s, hopefully, and possibly a status 4. So that's how that helps my record database update 1.6 million records. So let me go to this Easy Cron, which is the free one. I like this. If you don't want to pay $25 a month, you can have this one done. I have changed my customer's record to XXXXX here, so you won't see what file is running. And it lists your files. It gives you a certain amount of coins, and you're allowed to use those coins. It gives you 200 coins. If you need more than 200 coins, you can pay. That's what's good about this site, is it has a partial pay plan, so that makes it a lot more reliable than some of the totally free services that are out there. So if you click edit here, you'll see that you can set it up for every hour. You can set it up for every minute, every day, every month, every weekday. If I do that, it's going to use up a whole lot of coins. Let me save that, and the execution cannot be lower than 8 minutes, or you can upgrade your plan. Okay, so in this situation, I need it to run no less than 8 minutes, or I have to pay no more frequently. Cron job has been successfully updated. Okay, and you'll see that it's burning up 72 coins to run this thing every 8 minutes. I don't really care to have this. I'm going to delete it, but anyway, before I do, I'm just going to set it back to every minute. I'm going to set it for January 1st. I'm going to set it for 0, and I'm going to set it for 1 o'clock. So this thing essentially will just never run. Don't actually want to delete it, but there, see, 1 coin. Anyway, that's how you use cron jobs. Cron jobs are great for a number of things. You can send out emails at a predetermined schedule. One thing about emailing scripts is a lot of times your host server will decide, hey, you know, you can only send 250 emails per day. If you were to go 10 emails an hour, that would give you 240 emails a day. You just run a script that'll say, okay, send email to this individual, or send email to this group that has not been emailed, and update the status of the ones that have been emailed from 0 to 1 or something like that, and then limit of 10, and then it runs for an hour, or it runs every hour and sends 10 emails, and then it pauses, and then the next hour it'll run and send 10 and pause. You know, same sort of situation. Or you can send a greeting card, or you can run a script that's a little more complex, like the one I have run. So anyway, that's an explanation of cron jobs, and I hope you use cron to automate your life and make your life a little easier. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs ups are always nice. I like those. And I hope this helped you, and please visit my site at lenfarnath.com. Thanks.